Are you tired of slogging it on as a lone writer? Joining or starting a write-up group is a wonderful way to build a community and improve your skill as a writer. But beware, for every good experience of participating in a writing group, there are 10 horror stories. Too many times, unclear goals, personal egos, and loose structure lead to hurt feelings, unproductive meetings, and breakdowns in relationships. And worst of all, it doesn't actually improve your writing. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the systems we use in our Guild Editor Mentorship Program to keep the writing feedback positive and helpful so it enables the writers to reach their goals. I'm Ryan McCrae, a student at StoryGrid University who loves to write and talk about writing, so let's get started. So what are the benefits of a writing group? Well, why bother with a writing group? It's a hassle to find meeting times, share your writing, and deal with other introverts when we would rather just be curled at home with a good book. However, at StoryGrid, we think it's worth the effort. There are 3 main benefits to participating in a writing group. First, it makes the writing process more enjoyable. Writing is a lonely process. It requires you to sit alone in front of a keyboard just tapping away. And that loneliness often leads to us focusing on the negative. We often get stuck spiraling in our heads, frustrated with both the process and the results. By meeting regularly with a group of writers, we often get a truer sense of our place and progress. We have others cheering us on for our wins and mourning our losses and reminding us of our progress along the way. Non-writers do not understand what it means to pursue the art and craft of writing. By regularly meeting with other writers, it eases our loneliness and reminds us why we pursue this noble goal. Second, it creates accountability. We've all been there. We miss a day of writing, then we miss 2, then we miss a week, and then we turn around and realize it's been 5 months since we've written anything more than an email. Or maybe a tweet. By committing to a writing group, we stay engaged with our writing so we can turn it into something great. Additionally, the added pressure of regularly sharing our work with peers will keep us sharp and pursuing excellence. The third reason, it improves our writing skills by adding outside perspectives to our writing. It allows us to get helpful feedback if it's done correctly. And more on this below. And we couldn't have got that if we came up with it on our own. This type of group workshopping will unlock ideas we didn't know we had. And often it won't be the exact idea that someone shared, rather their ideas will kind of spark our own. These types of communities will increase our creativity and drive us to stay engaged with the work. Now, the rules for a writing group to work, to stay helpful and positive, we've really found that it's important to establish a rule set for everyone to agree to. And that rule 0 is abide by the basics. These are the obvious bits. You show up to the meetings on time, communicate beforehand if you're not able to, share your drafts in the agreed format, and check your ego at the door. If you find yourself getting defensive or upset, take a break to calm down before re-engaging. Then we want to focus on making the experience positive for all involved. And so rule 1, we choose a common curriculum. Choose a book, a topic, or training to work through. We, of course, recommend the StoryGrid Guild. This provides a base structure and goal for our work together. Each week we're focused on a particular skill set. Perhaps it's a dialogue or fight scenes or a context description. And by focusing on that common curriculum, it allows that feedback to be clear and focused instead of random. And rule 2, we focus on iterative practice of skills and concepts over finishing a work in progress. If all the participants are bringing in their work in progress for feedback, it causes 2 main problems. The writer is emotionally attached to the work because they're working towards a final publication piece. Instead, by working on small bits focused on the concepts of the group, it's much easier to cut, rewrite, and throw things away. All of the participants are at a different place in their story. This makes it impossible to focus on the common concept or skill that everyone's working on together to acquire. Instead, each week, write or edit drafts that are created for the sole purpose of practicing the current concept or skill and getting feedback from the group. This will allow you to let go of expectations on our writing and be quick to accept and apply feedback. The goal of the writing group is skill acquisition and leveling up our writing instead of finishing a work in progress. Rule 3, meet weekly. Given a week in between meetings allows for time to study and practice the concepts and skills while not letting too much time pass away between the feedback. Here's how the weekly meetings should be run. Have one person review the topic from the previous week and the goals for the week's practice writing. Each person gets a set amount of time, 5 to 10 minutes depending on the number of participants, to get feedback from their group on their writing sample. The feedback should follow the guidelines we've outlined. In our Guild Editor Mentorship program, since each writer gets one-to-one feedback with their editor mentor, each week we spend the group time deep diving into one participant's iteration for the week. This allows us to dig deeper and learn more as a group, but this wouldn't work in most writing groups. Once the feedback has been given, move to the topic for the week. Discuss the topic until there is a common understanding. Talk about what isn't clear and try to build a shared understanding of the concept and goals before moving forward. Each writer identifies which aspect of the concept is most interesting and exciting to them. Each participant should share specific improvements they're looking to add to their writing, and then really harvest that meaning from the discussion and set an intention on how each person is going to practice that concept in their writing over the next coming week. So how do we start your own writing group? When done correctly, a writing group can be a source of great support as a writer while also helping you develop new skills to level up your ability. Gather 3 to 5 people together and start meeting weekly and working together towards your common goal. If you want more information on this, you can head on over to storygrid.com. Please subscribe, please check us out, and if you have any questions, just let us know. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.